This is the Irontrader. It is hump day, which means it is crude day. Now, the API report came out last night, and they were pretty bearish. Crude had a build of zero point 0.3 million. Gasoline had a draw of 1 million. Distillate had a draw of 2.2 million, and what do we have here? Cushing had a draw of 0.6 a million here. But the crude oil was kind of disappointing because there was a build of zero point 0.3 and they were expecting a draw of 2.2 million. Now remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. We're going to see how she all lines up. Okay, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natty gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock from an ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, natural gas daily charts. Now, got it all picked up here for you. So you can see here what we had, series of lower lows and lower highs. That's never good. Now, yesterday when we came in, we had that nice bottoming tail, similar to what we had going on here. But you can see today, we just don't have it. We have pretty much like an indecision candle, and it's an inside day so far. Okay, so we got about a lot of day left here. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're going to be looking for yesterday's low situation. Okay, so you're looking at that 72.54. That's what you're going to be trading against. Okay, now again, if that's lost, we're going to come right over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 72.20, and then we have your retest down here at 71.67 level. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're trading against there on the downside. Now upside here, what I'm going to be looking for here is today's high was 73.65. Right now you're sitting real time at 73.30. So we're going to be looking at yesterday's candle there at 73.45. That's where we're pretty much sitting right there. And then what we'll do is we'll go to yesterday's high. You're looking at that 74.38 level. And then really this is what we're going to be looking for here on the upside. If it can get going, that's going to be that 74.60. You can see how we have that here. This candle, and this candle. See that? That's going to become your nice resistant levels. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we're going to come right here to the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 75.18 level, and then we'll come over here to the top. We're looking at 75.73, and then we have your 76.09. Here is your 21-day, which you can see it just on the downslide. And look at this 8 SMA. It was working so good, and now she just rolled right over, be right above that at 76.17 here. So these are your big targets. Right here is your 21-day and your 8 SMA here. But we want to always trade against yesterday's candle. So just watch that 72.54 on the bottom and that 74.38 there on the top here. This is what we're going to trade. If we break above that, well, then we can just follow the candles here all the way on up until we hit your key levels here of your simple moving averages, your 8 and your 21-day. If it's yesterday is lost, then we just follow the candles down. Your next is going to be that 72.20, and then we have your 71.67 on the retest. Now, we've got to see how this all shakes out here, because if you look in the past, what you had here is once we get this series of going all the way on down, then we get that green candle here, which we could possibly get today, and then we could have that rally right on up here. We don't know yet. Same way with here. See how this all sold right on out, looking really ugly, and then we had that big engulfing candle, and then we just went right on up here. But we got to see how she all shakes out here today. Now, when you look at your RSI, well, that's not really telling us a whole lot. You're sitting down there at 39, so you have plenty of room to run up or down. This is bearish. Okay, see when that green crosses that red, that's a sell signal, and that's exactly what we have going on here. Okay, so right now, unless that reverses and we can get that above it, right now this looks like it's going to be lower. So there's really nothing we should call very, very bullish here, unless we can close above yesterday's high. Then we're going to have some huge resistance up here, though, when you got that 21 and that 8-day. Now, even if we could get above that, then we're going to be looking here at that 76.98 level, which is going to be right there. And then you have 77.89, 78.92, and then right here is your 79.82. Now, hurricane season didn't really play out like what they were saying. Okay, they're talking about, massive hurricanes and all this kind of stuff. Well, we had some storms, but there was really nothing of that major. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, I don't want no hurricanes. That's not what I'm saying. But they say when you trade oil, you have to take that all into consideration. Okay, natural gas here. Now, natural gas here is looking a little bit better. Right here, look at here. Okay, so yesterday we had that red candle, but you notice that we made a higher high and higher low, and we held the previous day's half of that candle, which is always very, very good, okay? Now, here's what we're going to look at the downside. Downside, the key level is going to be this 8 simple moving average right there. 2.19. That's going to be very, very critical. If that's lost, then what we're going to do is we're going to look to yesterday's low at that 2.17, and then we have your 21 SMA here sitting right there at 2.11. That is going to be your absolute key level. Upside, it's very easy because we've got a trading range. You're looking at 2.27. That's your 100-day. And then right above it, you look at that price channel at 2.30, which is basically the top of that candle. And then we have your 2.31, your 200-day, and then we have your 50-day above that at 2.34. But right now, what we're doing is we're trading this box, okay? So 230 on the top, okay? That's the top of that candle. There's your box. And the bottom is going to be that 21-day. So this is basically what we're trading. See? Just look at this box area here, okay? Now, we've done this many times before, like on the crude oil, let's say. So this is what you're trading. You're trading this area. If you break out above, okay, first of all, you have to break above this 100-day because you can see, look how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It couldn't, close above that 100-day. So that's how goes to show you how strong that 100-day resistance level is. Okay, so that 2.27. Now, if we break above that, then we can go to that 230 area, and then but you have some strong resistance with the 200-day and the 50-day, which are rolling down. So it's going to take quite a bit here to blast through all of that. Okay, but just remember, you're trading that box, 230 on the top, and then we have your 21-day, basically 211 here on the bottom. So we want to just trade this range until she breaks out above there, or she breaks down to the bottom, and then we know where the target is here at 1.88. Okay. Now, again, if we can get above all of this, especially that 200-day and that 50-day, I'm not talking about just spiking above like we had here. I'm talking about we have to close above it. Then we can just rally this bad boy right on up here because look at where the top is here. We just take all these price channels, but this could rally all the way up here very nicely, all the way to 3.16 roughly. Okay. So that's what we all got to take in consideration here now. But again, trade that range. Your RSI, we're sitting flat ski right in the center. This has plenty of room to run to the upside. Green is over your red. That shows that that's very, very bullish, unlike what we have here. So this could run very, very high, but this looks like that 100-day is stopping the whole process. I mean, when you look at all them candles, all that resistance, look at that 100-day, how strong that is, okay? So today what we want to look at is just make sure that it closes above this 8 simple moving averages. That's what you're looking at on a closing basis, and you want to close here above that 21 SMA here. Upside, if you can get it above that 100-day, then we know exactly we're going to go up to that 230, and then we're going to rally right on up here. But again, we just have this range, so trade that range. Now, to me, I'm not looking for any kind of a shorts here. I'm just looking for on the long sides here. So UNG, I'm long from yesterday. I'm in at 1450. I held it for the simple reason is when you looked at the after hours trading, of course, I cut my positions down. I cut it down from 5,000 down to 2,500, especially like on natty gas. But right now, this looks like this is going into the time frame where natural gas could be very, very bullish, unlike crude going into the time frame here end of September, especially with the no hurricanes going on here, that this could sell off here really good. Okay, so we got two basically opposites of what's happening here. Say, and crude actually, with all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East and all the wars and all that, it's really selling off here. So that just tells me traders are just want to think that this is going to go lower, and they're basing everything on the demand in China. Okay, where natural gas here now, we're kind of basing it all on what's going on in the wintertime. Okay, so just trade this range until we break out either to the upside or down to the downside. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll take a look here, see what's going on with crude oil and natural gas, and then we always throw something else in the old mix. Remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want. And remember that EIA report at 10:30 for crude oil is going to be very, very key.